Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Ijoma here, and in today's video we are going to learn how to make this beautiful yoke. So you are going to be needing a lace for this particular yoke, and as you can see, this yoke did not enter the neckline of the bustier. It is on its own. It is even on top of the bustier, and you can see the scallop neckline. The edge of the lace is around the two sides of the yoke. So we are going to learn how to cut this out. The first thing that we are going to do is that we are going to use a shoulder dart for this particular yoke. I want to use a shoulder dart. You can also use a princess dart, but a shoulder dart will make things easy for you. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you'll be seeing more of my upload. Now, this is my shoulder dart. I've already drafted it. I have a very detailed shoulder dart tutorial on my channel. Now this is the back part of the pattern that we are going to be using, and I have my ankara here. I have the ankara and the lace that I will be using. So the first thing that I will do is that I will start with the front. I will draft out the yoke of this front pattern. I will keep the lace aside and the ankara for now. I'll also use a lining for this. I'll add a lining to this. Now this is the front part. I will go ahead and I will come up by 1 inch above my chest. Now you can go up by 2 inches. It depends on how high you want your own neckline to be. If you want your bust to show, you can also do that. Then I will curve it. I will give it this sweetheart curve. After doing that, I will cut out the yoke of this top, and then I will pieces the front. I'll cut out the center and the side piece. Now after doing that, this is what I have. The next thing that I will do is that I will cut off the yoke of the back from the chest line. I want the back to also have a lace, and that is my yoke for the back. Now the next thing that I will do is that I will cut out all these pieces on my ankara. But before I do that, I want to cut out my new yoke. You know, the yoke of this top is different, so I will cut out a new yoke. The yoke reached the bust point, even way below the bust point. If you check the side of this bustier very well, you notice that the yoke is below the bust point. So I will fold my fabric and I'll go ahead and I will mark my shoulder, my neckline, my armhole. I'll mark my chest line and my bust points. Those are the measurements that we will need for now. So I'm using 3 by 3 for the neckline. And I'll go ahead and connect. After connecting that, I will mark my shoulder, my armhole, my shoulder slants. Then you indicate your bust point and your chest line. So I am done doing that now. The next thing that I'm going to do is that I will start from the center of this piece and I will measure my side. So I am done getting my bust points. Like, you take your bust measurements at your bust point. Take your bust measurement divided by 4 at your bust point. It is very important. Now go ahead and cut out your yoke. After doing that, from the center of the neckline, you are going to slant your neckline the way you want it. If you want it to be too wide, fine. If you want it to be close, it is also fine. You will give it a V shape at that center. Now you open it up and you will divide the two of them. After doing this, you will label your right and your left. This is very important. So the next thing that you do is that you will get your lace and you will get the edge of that lace, the edge of the lace or the scallop neckline or whatsoever they call it. This V part of that neckline is what you are going to place around the edge of your lace and you will cut out. You can see the way I am cutting it out right now. The design of the lace will face that V part. So I'll go ahead and cut out the left side that way also. So after cutting it out, this is what we have. You can see the way it is looking. So I'll place the two of them so that they will meet at the center. Then I'll pin them down. After pinning, I will turn this neckline with a bias. You use a bias to turn your yoke neckline. I hope you understand. So after pinning that, I will also cut out my back yoke. And after cutting it out, I will continue cutting out the other Ankara pieces. So now I am done cutting out everything. I'll just go ahead and join my bustier pieces and their lining also. You have to cut out a lining for this. So let me just arrange everything so that we can have a view of what it will look like. So I'll go ahead and I will join everything. So before you do that, please remember to cut out your lining. Your lining is very important because your yoke, the back yoke, will be in between your lining and your main fabric. So I'll go ahead and cut out the lining for all of them. So I am done cutting off the lining and I will go ahead and join them. So I am done joining my yoke of the back and I have turned the back also. So the next thing, I've also turned the neckline. You can see the bias I used to turn the neckline. I'll go ahead and close the zipper allowance. It is very easy and this is just for illustration. I'll close zipper allowance. Remember to add your dart also. So after closing your dart, this is the front. I am done joining it and I'm done joining the lining also. So now you are not joining the yoke to this bustier. You go ahead and turn your bustier alone. The neckline, you turn it alone. Now this is the yoke for the front. I am done turning with my bias. That is the yoke for the front. Then the next thing that I will do is that I will iron my bustier after turning everything. Then I'll place this lace on it. You can see the way I placed it. Make sure that the chest line is matching the chest line, and you also go ahead and measure. You take the proper measurements, then you pick. So make sure that your bust point is still at the bust point area, your neckline is still at the neckline area. Then after doing that, I am going to join the front and the back. This illustration is very simple. The tutorial is also easy. So at the end of the day, this is what we have. I'll go ahead and trim my armhole and my half length, and after trimming that, you can now join it to the skirt you want to join it to. So guys, our online classes is ongoing, though we are done with some, but our reception dress class is ongoing. If you want to register, you can just drop a message or a comment so that I will direct you on how to register. So this is what it looks like on my mannequin, and I hope it is very beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and click on notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. Thank you all, and see you in my next video. Bye.